Lots of mobile games have a reputation for being filled with ads and microtransactions. However, every once in a while, a mobile game comes my way that really catches my eye. Today, I'm going to be talking about 5 mobile games that I believe deliver experiences that are not available anywhere else. My name is James, and I started this channel because I love playing and talking about video games. If that sounds like you, please consider hitting the like button on this video, the subscribe button on my channel, and checking out some of my other videos as well. And don't forget to drop a comment letting me know what mobile games you have enjoyed over the years. Let's get started. The first game that I want to highlight today is called Draw Something. So this one is very simple. It's played online, similar to like a Words with Friends or any of those type of games where you play against somebody, either someone you know or somebody random, and you are given a topic and you have to draw it, and your drawing is sent to the other person and they have to guess what it is. It's a very simple game, but it's a lot of fun. And what I remember specifically enjoying about it, keep in mind, it's probably been about 10 years or so since I've played it, but I remember that it encourages you to continue to come back and keep playing. And even though there are available microtransactions and stuff, it doesn't really seem like it's the purpose of the game. However, that being said, it has been a long time since I played this game, so I do not know if this game is currently in the same state that it used to be. Draw Something is a fun one that I think is worth checking out. The next game that I want to talk about is called Framed. In this one, the main character is on the run from the police. It's unclear if it's rightfully or if your character has been framed, but the way that you interact with the game are quite unique. So your role as the player is to guide your character through a series of comic pages without letting them get caught by the police or by anybody else that might be after them or facing any other harm. And you can change the outcome on each page by rearranging the panels. It's a really fun puzzle experience. If you don't like puzzle games, it might not be the game for you. Something like Framed is definitely possible on other machines like consoles. However, I decided to go ahead and include it because I've just simply never seen something like that before, where you're manipulating comic pages to get to a certain outcome or anything, which is kind of specific, but I just thought it was a cool game and really wanted to include it here. The third game that I want to highlight is an interactive puzzle game called The Room, not to be confused with the movie The Room starring Tommy Wiseau. In The Room, you are tasked with finding out the mysteries of this box. And as the levels go on, you find secrets and codes and all this stuff. You could make the argument that a lot of the garbage, like escape room games and stuff on the App Store are kind of the same thing. However, I will say that I think that this game, The Room, really all of the Room games, there's 4 of them, I think that they're all very well made, and all of them were able to hold my attention. It really does feel like it feels high quality, and it feels like you're actually interacting with these things. When I touch a place and I turn a key and it pops open, it feels like I'm really what am I trying to say? The quality of the game makes it much more interactive and makes it feel a lot more lifelike. And to me, it just makes it a lot more enjoyable. The next game that I want to talk about is a game called Space Team. This one is a multiplayer game, actually, where everybody needs their own device. The closest thing that I've seen to Space Team as far as like functionality and stuff is the PC game Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, which I'm not going to go into explaining that game right now. If you are not familiar with that game, probably go ahead and look it up. It's I've actually never played it, but it looks really cool. In Space Team, you can connect with other players over Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, and you have a control panel on your device, and they have a control panel on their device. And at the top of your screen, it'll give you some instructions on how to set your controls or their controls so that you can successfully navigate your journey. It sounds kind of boring, but if you get 3 or 4 people together playing this game, it can be a lot of fun just because it'll say something on my screen like, set the ion capacitor to 1. And so there is no, I don't have anything on my control panel called ion capacitor. So I need to tell my partner over here, like, hey, set the ion capacitor to 1. And then they'll look on their screen and they'll say, okay, I got it. And then hopefully, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Definitely worth checking out. I consider this a party game. I've never had anybody play this game and not enjoy it, which is what I think is another thing that's so special about it. Another thing is that because it is just downloaded on everybody's phone and you connect over Bluetooth, you could seemingly, assuming that you're not going to be annoying anybody by being like loud and disruptive, you could seemingly play this almost anywhere. My parents, who really don't play games at all, we were in a car waiting in line for the ferry, and it was like an hour wait, and we started playing Space Team, and all together we just had a really great time. It was really cool. It's also very palatable and very easy to understand for people that don't typically play games, because all you're doing is reading instructions and following instructions. So there's that added bonus as well. Simplicity and accessibility makes Space Team a very, very fun game for me. The last game that I want to talk about is called Lifeline. In Lifeline, there is an astronaut named Taylor, and I believe he crash lands on a planet that he is unfamiliar with. And he has a computer, and he is able to talk, or he has like a little communicator, and he is able to talk to you, and you are able to talk to him through your cell phone. One of the coolest things I think about this game is that it plays out in real time. That Taylor is like, hey man, like I'm here, like my ship is destroyed, like there's like a field over there, and I think I can maybe try to find some food over there, but if I look over in the other direction, it looks like there's like some water and stuff too. What do you think I should do? And so then you'll get to choose, like, I think you'll do this like short little conversation with him, and you'll choose like, okay, I think you should go and check out the water over there. Maybe there's some like a village or something down by the water or something. And then he'll be like, all right, it looks like it's a couple hours away. I'll check in with you in a couple hours. And then it'll say like, Taylor is busy or something. And you'll completely forget about this game. And then all of a sudden your phone will be like blowing up, and you're like, what the heck is going on? And you'll look and you'll realize it's Taylor. And he's like, hey man, I made it to the water, and it doesn't look like anybody lives down here, but I was able to find some supplies. Do you think that this is a good place for me to set up camp? It looks like there's some like scavenged buildings and all this stuff. And it's such a cool experience. Also, I discovered Lifeline in a time where it was like late high school, early college, where I wasn't really playing a lot of games. And in a way, it was influential in kind of getting me back into the world of video games, which is kind of how I ended up right here today. Guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Let me know down in the comment section below, what are your picks for your favorite mobile games? If you want to include the Match 3 games or the Endless Runners or any of those games on your list, you are welcome to go ahead and do that. Until next time, the best way to keep up with me is on Twitter at James_Solar. And that's it. Thanks, guys.